The Earnestly Speaking podcast is a show that is founded on free-flowing conversation and may at times venture into mature subjects. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, Earnestly Speaking podcast. Let's get it. I'm a giant in New York, in Miami carry heat. So much more in store, my product can flood the street. Opinion Nation Godfather, CEO. Puff in the late 90s, gon' see me blow. Oh. Got my hustle on, no imitation of bad. Army of untouchables, Opinion Nation staff. Never an off season, homie, check the numbers. Heart throbbing my own right, supplying southern comfort. Earnestly speaking, my ego is well fed. Earnestly speaking, you're too feeble and no threat. See, I'm like a hurricane, you're a mild breeze. Earnestly speaking, leaving Eli a dynasty. Shake!
Earnestly podcast recorded this on a Tuesday night, December 9th, 2025. Again, once again with our America's The Degenerate, Zachary. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Late night. I need to work. He's got for work a little while ago.
I got all dressed up for your show, man. College shirt. Let's go professional.
Hell yeah, man. And this is also the first episode of the podcast in my new digs, my new studio here, of course, in the garage, actually. There's a lot of space here now. I love it. It's great. A lot of space.
Whoa.
It's pretty
Is
cool.
that your first garage?
No. I had a garage last place though, but I had a studio in my room. So had a like section of my closet. It was pretty cool actually, a lot of space. But I like this area. It's nice, like spaced out. Got a fridge right there, and I'm gonna put a couch back here eventually. So a lot of room here to do a lot of cool stuff here. So, I don't want to spend too much time here tonight in the show because I know you late night, we're to work early in the morning. So, as we do every week on the show, before we get to our best bets of the week, we also want to react to the college football playoff 12. Lots of controversy there about who got in, who didn't get in. I'll get your thoughts on that in a second. But let's get to our power rankings for week 15. Your bottom five first, Zach. Who's your bottom five?
All right. Coming in at 32, it is a new team.
A new one.
It's a team that could not score one freaking point last weekend. It is the Washington Commanders.
Oh, your Commanders are there. Oh, my God.
We have fallen on rock bottom hard times.
Oh, my
At 31, I understand they beat Cleveland. They got a second win, but they're still way down there. So Tennessee at 31.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas will come in at number 30 because they're still hot garbage.
Yep.
I'm actually in compliance with you. At 29 is going to be the New York Jets or New York Giants.
Okay.
And just because I hate New York so much, I'm going to round out my top five with the Jets.
So the little double New York entendre there, of course.
Yes.
I get it. All right, 32 for me is my football team, the New York Giants. 31 is the Raiders. 30 is the Titans. 29 is the Saints, who did have a win this week, though. A shocking win against the Buccaneers, too, which made it hurt them in the race to the division because Carolina is now tied with them. And the 28, the Falcons. And they're terrible as well, too. They're terrible as well, too, also. So this is my bottom five. All right, top 10. Number 10 you got.
At number 10, you know what? No, I'm going to scratch them. All right, Super Bowl champ or not, you're no longer on the list. I want to move the Detroit Lions into number 10.
Really? So you had to do it before?
I had them there, and then I just couldn't do it. Had to pull them out.
I get it, man. I have the Eagles at 10, but I did think about taking them out of my top 10 as well, too. Also, this has been a rough 3 weeks for the team. And I mean, and again, it still feels like it's a fixable thing. It feels like that they can fix it anytime they want to. They just haven't done it. This is definitely 2023 all over again, man. But the difference is, listen, I will say the NFC still feels wide open. You still got to beat the champs. But we'll see how that plays out next couple of weeks, though. All right, number 9, you got.
At number 9, I have the 49ers. They dropped just a bit on my list, but they're still a top 10 team. I have faith in them.
Yeah, I feel you, man. 9 for me is the Bears. Tough loss against the Packers, but it definitely had a chance to win that game. Definitely had a chance to win that game, so I can't fault them for that, though. But they have a tough stretch ahead now, too, also, so look out for that. All right, 8 for you.
At number 8, I had the Houston Texans.
Ooh, this is the team, the biggest game right now. And let me tell you right now, again, even the Ravens and Chiefs are in the playoffs miraculously. I think every team in the AFC is live for a Super Bowl berth, including the Texans. That is a Super Bowl defense. Holy
Absolutely.
shit. 8 for me is the Niners. Again, they're quietly getting the job done. They want to buy this week. They want to penalize them there. But how they have 9 wins with all the injuries they've had this year is beyond me. It's Kyle Shanahan's just coaching genius this year. So that's number 8 for me. All right, 7 you got.
As you say, coaching genius, a guy who looks like an offensive-minded genius, it's the Chicago Bears and Ben Johnson. Yes, they lost this past
Ben Johnson's
weekend,
great.
but I got to give them
Ben
their
Johnson's
dues and
great this
keep
year
them up
too.
there.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal this year. He's really rehabbed Caleb Williams. 7 for me is the Chargers. Big win last night against the Eagles on Monday Night Football. And they're getting healthy now too. They got scary. Again, the AFC playoff picture right now, it's wide open. There's no clear-cut favorites in there. I don't give a damn how many wins Denver has, how many wins New England has. Every team right now in the playoff picture right now is live to go to the Super Bowl this year, in my opinion. So, Chargers are one of those teams also too. All right, 6 we got.
At number 6, I have the Bills.
So do I. So do I.
Josh Allen, I should say. I have Josh
I
Allen
agree
at
with you.
number 6.
I agree. Big game this weekend against the Patriots. We'll cover that in a second. Josh Allen, you probably agree with this, but he won't win it, but he's certainly in the conversation with MVP. You got to give him top 5 nod.
With guys falling off, he's finally moving up to probably top 5 selection. I mean, early in the season, you had Baker a top 3 candidate. Midway through the season, Indiana Jones was a candidate. But
He's gone for the year.
they've both fallen out of the list. Hell, even Taylor has fallen out. So
yeah, I agree. All right, 5 for you.
At number 5, I have Seattle Seahawks.
That feels low. I don't know why.
For some reason, I just don't have enough faith. They have an outstanding defense. They probably have the offensive player of the year. But in the end, I'm going to judge your team by your quarterback. And top 5 is as high as I have for faith with Sam Darnold right now.
I feel you on that. Do you want to hear a funny stat I saw? He's right now in the last 2 years the winningest quarterback in the league. In the last 2 years.
Wow.
Pretty crazy, right? It's the most wins winning quarterback in the NFL. In a league with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and all these great guys, Lamar Jackson, it's Sam fucking Darnold who's the winningest quarterback last 2 years in the league. But I agree with you, man. You gotta win the big ones to be trusted. I get it. All right, 5 for me is the Packers. A team, again, still trying to figure them out. But a big win against Chicago this week. They got a big game against Denver this weekend. We'll see how that plays out. All right, 4 you got.
At number 4, I have the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
That win against the Bears, that did a lot for me.
Yeah, Jordan Love is cooking. It's just getting Watson back from injury. Different quarterback. I think Jordan Love might be a top 10 guy, top 10 guy next year for me in the on my list.
Wait, he wasn't a top 10 guy for you this past year?
I think I had him like number 12 or 11 this year on my list.
Damn.
I gotta check that real quick. I'm gonna check real quick actually what happened because he was not my top 10 this year, entering the year. Remember he faded late last year. Remember he had a really rough fade.
You're gonna have a lot of guys falling out of your top 5. I know that.
Oh, that's damn sure. And Lamar might be threatening to do that too. Also.
Oh, he's obviously falling out of your top 5.
Let me see my quarterbacks here. Where's it at? Where the hell is it at? Oh, wait, hold on. Don't tell me I lost it. Oh, here it is. So I had wow. I had him lower than that. I had him at 16 entering the year.
Damn.
Bro, I had the following guys had Jordan Love entering the year. I had Jared Goff at 11, Dak Prescott 12, Trevor Lawrence 13, Rob Purdy 14, and Bo Nix ahead of him. That's going to change definitely in next year.
You have Bo Nix and Trevor Lawrence ahead of him.
Yeah.
You are one of the most disrespectful fucks there is.
Yeah. But, bro, he had a rough end of the year last year, man. He had a rough end of the year last year. Really
Did
bad.
Did you watch Bo Nix and Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence, going off of last year and the previous year before that, wasn't top 20.
In hindsight, I would have changed that in hindsight. 4 for me is Denver Broncos. Again, Broncos Packers, big game this weekend, like I said. Right now, number 1 seed in the AFC. I don't know how they're doing it, man. I mean, obviously, defense is phenomenal. But they have a very old school team, though. You know what they remind me of? I just remembered. They remind me of the late 80s or 90s New York Giants. Solid, phenomenal defense, an offense that doesn't turn the ball over, good running game, and a quarterback that doesn't make any mistakes. He's not special. He's making mistakes, though. And apparently they're bringing that football back in the NFL 35 years later. I don't know. It's weird. All right, number 3, you got?
At number 3, a team that fell for no reason other than the fact I started looking at schedules and had to be reminded that they have literally only played one team with any talent on it. It's the New England Patriots.
I feel you on that. I do feel on that. That's something's the case. I went Seahawks on my number 3. Again, I am not as bullish on Sam Darnold as you are, but I do understand the logic on that one. But that defense is amazing. How about a game against Atlanta this week? They're up. It was 6-6 halftime score, right? And then they fucking exploded in the second half of the game. Amazing. Yeah. So this team they are the biggest wild card threat in the NFC playoffs picture. I think they're going to give the Rams problems. They can give the Eagles problems. Any of those teams in the top of the conference. So, all right, 2. What do you got?
At number 2, it's the Denver Broncos. That defense, and while I think Bo Nix is way overrated, he does manage to pull a rabbit out of his ass every fucking week in the fourth quarter.
He sure does. He sure does. 2 for me is the Patriots. Bye week for them, of course. Again, they don't have a lot of quality wins, and their 2 best wins of the year was against a banged-up Bucs team, and they beat the Bills. But where I give them credit for is those same bad teams we're talking about, they beat those same bad teams the way you're supposed to.
Absolutely.
So you got to give them credit for that as well, too. You can't, you schedule's a schedule. You don't get to pick it. You know what I mean? It's the NFL. All right, number 1, I have to say number 1, I'm sure. The Rams?
Absolutely. I mean, they completely showed who they were this past weekend. Yep. Clearly last week was a fluke. They took their eye off the prize for one weekend, and now they are back trying to prove to everyone every team should be fearful of them in the playoffs.
But here's the thing, though, Zach. Is that really a bad loss, though, in hindsight? Carolina might be a playoff team this year.
I'm sorry. I still can't even just say those 2 words in the same sentence and then be reminded of who plays quarterback for that team. I'm sorry. Just can't do it.
No, I know you can't stand Bryce Young. I get all that. I'm just saying that, this is not 2024 or 2023, Carolina Panthers. This is a Carolina Panthers team that might win the division now. They're time to lead in the East right now, in the South, rather. So, I still think it's a bad loss. I mean, again, that same Carolina team also went to Green Bay and Lambeau and won in Green Bay.
So yes, and that same team is climbing up the rankings because everybody on Tampa who matters has gone down with an injury. And their starting quarterback is playing through injury. So,
all right. So there's our power 10 bottom 5 for the week 15. It's our picks. We got Thursday Night Football. We got the Falcons at Bucks. The Bucks are 4-point favorites. The over-under, Zach, is 44.5.
I don't care if Baker Mayfield was thrown with his bad shoulder. He's gonna cover this game. Give me the Bucks.
He better cover this game. This is a must win for this team now. But I'm gonna go over in this one. Atlanta Tampa games are always weird. No matter how bad the teams are, it's a little like strange rivalry they have. Like the Bucks should win this game, but the NFC South teams they have like weird little like regional rivalry. Like has like almost like an SEC feel to it in a sense. It's not as big as the NFL. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over this one, but I don't know. The Bucks have banked on. I don't think did Mike Evans play this weekend?
Do they get who back?
Mike Evans. He got back. He came back this weekend.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I don't know if he played or not, but he's supposed to come back very soon. So that'll be a big boost to them. But I'm gonna take the over in this one. This is over for me. All right, next one. We got Sunday games. We got Browns at Bears. The Bears are 7.5 point favorites. The over under Zach is 40.
Yeah, you're telling me the Bears are gonna play a rookie quarterback, and the Bears are what, first or second in the league on turnovers, especially interceptions. Give me the Bears to cover.
Yeah, I took Chicago, but I'm really worried about this game though because Shador's playing good football. The Browns defense is still, had a rough game against Tennessee this week, but they're still a great defense. But I'll take Chicago's one. Chicago needs this game. This is a must win because their schedule is brutal at the end of the year. So I'm gonna take Chicago here to win a game to give them some more insurance because if they lose this game now I'm in a situation now. Because by the way, remember last week we did the podcast, the 1 seed? Not in a 7 seed.
Yeah.
Just like that.
No, their last 3 weeks is just playoff contender. So.
Yep. So I'll take Chicago as well too. All right, huge game here. We got Ravens at Bengals. The Ravens are 2.5 point favorites. The over under Zach is 51.5.
I cannot believe the Bengals are not favored by more. All right, give me the Bengals. Ravens are cooked. Really? There is something seriously wrong with Lamar.
Something with Lamar. No doubt about that. But I think John Harbaugh is the issue too. Some play calling has been shit. They're not running the ball enough. Derrick Henry had 12 carries, I think, on Sunday?
Yeah. You have a beast there, and they're refusing to hand the ball off to him. If you're the offensive coordinator, you should have already been fired and should not get another job.
No, I was wrong. He had 25 carries this week. It felt less than that.
No, it was the week before. He had 10 carries for 60 yards, and they thought, oh, man, he's doing nothing.
Right. It's such a lopsided situation in Baltimore. I think they blew the gasket with all those wins. Remember, if you forget, they won 5 in a row after starting 1-5 rather. But then they started fading. Even those wins, they didn't look that great. The Jets win wasn't that great. You know what I mean? So the clues are there. And I don't know, man. This team looks cooked, well. But I'm going to take the Ravens on this one because they need this game. I think Lamar will bounce back. He has to bounce back. I am curious, though. Big picture with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Is this just him being hurt right now in the short term? Or are we kind of seeing the beginning of the end of the peak, Lamar Jackson?
I think it's more of him being hurt.
Okay.
Even if he was losing a step, he has still been very accurate. So
yes, he has.
I just don't think his peak has ended. But
right. Enough. They got robbed. That likely touchdown was a touchdown.
Oh, absolutely.
They got robbed.
And
so
someone's gonna have to step in and say, wait, you can literally dive for the ball, dive for the end zone, barely break the plane, and fumble it out, and that's a touchdown. But you take 2 steps, and they're still saying you needed to make another football move? No.
Zach, I saw 3 steps, actually.
Yeah, I'm counting it as 2 after the catching the ball and coming down. So, like, there's just no way that was not a touchdown.
Right.
And these refs are just criminally bad
They're
at
fucking
times.
terrible, bro. They are so bad. All right. We got Chargers at Chiefs. The Chiefs are 4.5-point favorites. The over-under, Zach, is 41.5.
How are the Chiefs 4.5-point favorites against
No
a team that
respect, man.
already beat them once?
True. And now the Chiefs are fading, too, on top of that.
Yeah. Give me the Chargers getting the points. I mean, come on.
You right know I told you early in the year, weeks ago, rather.
You won't quit the Chiefs until they are officially eliminated?
Until they're the X on next elimination contention. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean I'm picking them to win the game. Okay? The best bet here.
You better pick them, because otherwise they are fully eliminated.
I'm picking the over as the best bet. I think the Chiefs will win the game, but the Chargers are their only path to the playoff at this point because they can't win the division. They're out of the division, number one. They're not catching Houston. Houston is running away with this whole thing. The Chargers' schedule to close the year is brutal. That's why that win last night against Philadelphia was huge. So if they can beat the Chargers this week, they'll be now maybe two back, I think, or one back. 7 wins for them. They'll be 8, 9, 2 back. But the schedule's coming up. There's still a path, albeit a very thin path. So that's it. They need this is it. Like, if the Chiefs lose this game, I don't know if they'll be eliminated officially, but I'll definitely put them on the grave at this point now.
They would have lost every single other playoff contending team.
Exactly.
So they have zero chance. All right. They actually had to blow out the Chargers. Like, they had to beat them by more than a touchdown in order for them to even have a tiebreaker against them on a head-to-head.
Right. We'll see, man. But I think that this is it for the Chiefs. Even though I think they will probably won't make the playoffs anyway, because I think they are. So look at this Chargers schedule real quick. 1 second, right here.
I just want to go on record real quick and say I'm very proud of you for not having the Chiefs or the Ravens in your top 10 this week. Very proud of you.
I've been there in weeks, bro. What are we talking about? Come on.
You have one or the other in your rankings every week.
Yeah, not since week 12 or week 11. So
since week 12.
This is why I'm concerned about the Chargers a little bit here. Here's their closing schedule. So the Chiefs this week, right? Then at Dallas, then the Red Hot Texans at home, okay? And then they close against Denver, who might still need that game for the number 1 seed in the AFC. So again, they're playing 4 teams that are playing for something, that are tough games in situations. Like I said, it is not out of the possibility that the Chargers lose 3 out of 4 games here. The Chiefs make up some ground. And then you have a situation where if they're tied, maybe Chiefs can find a tiebreaker there. Having said that, slim chance that happens. That's why that game against Philadelphia last time was huge.
Here's what I will say.
Go ahead.
The Chargers, they're playing the NFC East. That's a get-right game right there right now. There's not one team in the NFC East that can win a football game right now.
Not in the Cowboys?
No.
Okay. But like I said, the over my best bet here on this one. All right, next game here. We got Bills at Patriots. What's with disrespect here? The Bills 1-point favorites. Over under 49.5.
I agree. I would bet the Bills even if it was -3.5. Why? Because their only game the Patriots have won that really mattered was against the Bills.
This is in Foxborough, off a bye, okay? I don't understand. Disrespectful. Look, Josh Allen's phenomenal. We agree with that. The Pats are just, I don't know. I don't like that at all. I'm thinking the Pats has one. I don't trust the Bills. I don't trust them.
So taking the pass, and that'll be 10 wins straight.
Nope. They'll be 12-2 at that point, so that'll be 10
So that'll
straight.
be
Yes.
11 straight.
11 straight, right? So yeah.
That's the other reason why the Bills are -1. Nobody thinks they're going to win 11 straight games. But then again, I have seen a few QAnon reports that are saying that Drake May is really just a clone of Tom Brady. So,
Oh God. Okay.
just hold that to you.
Who you taking? Buffalo.
The Bills, man. The Bills. Taking the Bills -3.5.
All right. It's the EJ and Zach Bowl. We got the Commanders at the Giants. The Giants are 2-point favorites. The over-under is 47, Zach.
This game is truly dependent on who plays quarterback. If Mariota plays, give me Washington. If we try and put Daniels in again, give me the Giants. That is where I am at on this season.
Is Daniels got hurt again this week, right?
Yes, he did.
Of course he did, because your team's fucking stupid.
Like I said, if Mariota plays, I would bet Washington.
What do you think is going to happen? Like, do you think who do you think's playing this weekend for you guys?
I am praying it's Mariota because I want to beat your team, but I'm also praying it's Daniels so that we get a better draft pick.
Same here. I want Jameis Winston for the same reason. I'm joking. I'm thinking Giants as one.
I'll take the Giants as well.
Okay, that's what you want. You want the draft pick. So okay. Raiders at Eagles. The Eagles are 10.5-point favorites. The over-under is 38.5.
Oh. Could Philadelphia fire a coach right before the playoffs? You better beat Vegas. All right. Everybody beats Vegas. If you guys can't show up and beat the Vegas, Nick, I'm sorry. You're going to be either looking for a new house because it's getting burned down by the fans, or you're getting fired. Give me the Eagles. Give me the Eagles.
This is a sneaky, huge game for Philadelphia. Not so much because they can't win this game, because I think they will win this game. Perception.
Yeah.
Like, for me to feel like they're back or turning things around again, you got to not only win this game, you got to cover the spread here.
They were looking really good this past game against the Chargers. If you close your eyes and forget about the turnovers.
Oh, you mean the Broncos?
No, the Eagles against the Chargers.
Oh, Eagles. Yeah, true. Yeah, Eagles. Yeah, they should have won the game. A lot of mistakes in that game. I'm taking Philadelphia in this game, and they're going to cover the spread. So this is a big perspective. The fact that Dallas is hanging around this division. Look, I don't think Dallas catches them, but man, if Philly loses this game, what's the worst DEFCON? Is DEFCON 5 the worst one? 5 or 1?
DEFCON 1, I thought.
Okay, whatever it is. DEFCON 1 is the worst. The highest alert. Whatever the highest alert is, that's going to apply here for the Eagles. Because you lost to the Raiders at home.
Like I said, if you lose to the Raiders, Nick Sirianni's got two things going for him. Either his house is getting burned down or he's getting fired. Because that's all that's going to happen with Eagles fans.
I don't think he'll get fired. I think they'll fire the offensive coordinator at that point now. Because there's a lot of issues there with him. So fans are really pissed at him right now. All right, next game here. Jets at Jaguars. The Jags are 20.5-point favorites. The over-under, Zach, is 42. This is the team you picked to win the division, isn't it?
It is.
And now they're in first place.
Hell, they win this game, they almost lock up the division. So
the Texans and the Texans split this year? Let me see real quick.
I think they lost one game and they still have one game to play against the Texans.
So they lost to the Texans already in week was it week 10? Week 8? Yeah, they lost to the Texans early in the year. Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I just knew they lost once to them. I think it's last week of the season or something.
No, they split. So they lost. They beat them in week 3. They beat them week 3. And they lost in week 9.
All right. Oh, even better then. Yeah. So yeah, Jags win. I get to rub it in everybody's face that the Jags won. Jags will lock up the division. I'll rub that in everybody's face. You'll have to bring on your buddy
Kyle.
Kyle. Yes.
He think. By the way, Kyle thinks that you're running from him. I told him no, he's not. He's not running from you. We've been wanting to do a podcast for you for a couple of years now. So we'll make it happen at some point.
Yeah.
Jack's schedule.
Can we do it when they actually lock up the division? Because I'll bust out a Burnell jersey or a Baselli jersey.
Yeah. So Jack's schedule close the year out. Jets this week, of course. Then at Denver next week. That's a huge game. And then you have the cooked Colts at this point.
Yes.
The Phillip Rivers and his like 13 kids, whatever he has now. And then the Titans at home. So the Jaguars are definitely in driver's seat, not only to win the division. And
they're in the driver's seat for the 2 seed, the way it's lining up.
Well, yeah, depending on the schedules for the Broncos or Patriots, we'll see. Because there's still 2 back of those 2 teams. So I'm taking the under this one. Who you got?
The Jags.
Ride this.
It's 2 points. Are you serious? You're afraid of 2 points?
No. 12.5.
Oh, 12.5. Oh, I thought you said 2.5.
But they're playing the Jets though. So again.
Yeah, give me the under. Okay. I'm with you. I could have sworn you said 2.5. Shit, 12.5.
That'd be under as well too. All right. Next game here. We got Cardinals at Texans. The Texans are 9.5-point favorites. The over/under, Zach, is 42.
I know your boy is looking real good in Arizona, putting up numbers and losing. But
Jacoby?
Yeah, give me the
Jacoby.
Still, the one thing he's done his whole career, lose. And he's got to lose again. Give me the Texans to cover.
They cover 9.5 points, Ral. Okay.
Yeah.
They win the game. But I'm taking the under in this one.
Texans coming around, man.
Arizona's frisky. Although they got blown out by the Rams this weekend. All right, huge game here. Possible Super Bowl preview, maybe? Question mark? Who knows? And that is Packers at Broncos. The Packers are 2.5-point favorites. The over/under, Zach, is 43.
First, give me the under. 2, I wonder what the odds are right now for that matchup for the Super Bowl.
Is there a way to find it out? Matchups?
Yeah, I mean, like FanDuel probably already has it out. I haven't checked for Hard Rock if they have any matchups for the Super Bowl yet.
Let's ask ChatGPT. What is the odds for a Packers-Broncos Super Bowl this season? Let's see what it says here.
That's a fun Super Bowl matchup to consider. Based on current odds from sportsbooks, the likelihood of a asterisk Packers versus Broncos Super Bowl asterisk this season, Super Bowl 60, is considered a decent possibility among the potential pairings. Here is what the odds look like for that specific matchup.
Ooh, that's a
Denver
lot here.
Broncos versus Green Bay Packers Super Bowl matchup odds. Approximately plus 2,200 or 22-1 to plus 2,500 or 25-1 at various sportsbooks.
Ooh. Would you bet that?
Can you get a more rich white guy voice for ChatGPT?
By the way, this is Gemini. I'm sorry, this is Gemini AI. I apologize. But yeah.
Oh man.
Very white, huh?
That sounded as white and rich as you could get.
And buttoned up. Buttoned up.
Man, he probably had a bow tie on.
I actually take the over in this one. Because the Packers, I think I'm gonna lean the Packers to win this game. And if they win this game, they have to score some points. They got to loosen up that Broncos defense a little bit. So I'm gonna take the over on this one for this game. It's gonna be a huge game. Another huge game here. How about this one? Your wife should be ready for this one. Lions at Rams. Rams are 5.5-point favorites. The over/under, Zach, is 55.
Yeah, that total's way too high. But
you think it's too high?
I feel like there's gonna be some tears in my house.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Because Lions desperately need this win. Matthew Stafford sticking a fork in his former team. Give me the Rams to cover.
They need this win. Here's why they need this win. Because here's the ring schedule. So Rams this week, obviously. Then the Steelers at home, which that could be anyway. That go either way.
That should be a win.
You say that, but who the hell knows? Then the Vikings on the road, which again, Minnesota, the visual optics can get a little weird.
Yeah.
And then the Bears to close it out, which that could be for a playoff spot. Who knows where the Bears are at that point?
Yeah.
So I am taking the over in this one. 55 is a lot. It may not be enough. These teams should score when they want to. So I'm taking the over in this one. It's be an explosion. You took what, the under?
No, I took the Rams. I believe it will be under. I just got this feeling that one team is not going to show up.
That's the Detroit Lions. I don't trust them. I like Dan Campbell, but I don't trust him right now in this spot. I just don't right now. There's just too much going on there.
I would just load the box, stop Jahmyr Gibbs, put a spy on Jahmyr Gibbs. All you got, focus on Jahmyr Gibbs, and that's the way to win.
He's so fucking fast.
Dude.
He's so fast, dude. Oh my God.
There's a clone. That is the Barry Sanders clone right there.
Yep. All right. We got Panthers at Saints. The Panthers 2.5-point favorites. The over-under, Zach, is 40.
So you're telling me there's this possible playoff team going against a bottom 5 team, and they can only manage to be a 2.5-point favorite?
Yep.
I think that says all you need to know about Carolina. Give me the under in the game.
I'll tell you what. I'm calling the upset. Give me the Saints. They're frisky as hell. They're gonna do it again. They already beat who's the last week they beat? Tampa. So they're gonna beat both top teams in the South. Make them do good out for the end of the year.
Saints might have a quarterback. They might skip quarterback in this draft.
Tyler Show has been. Is it Show, whatever his name is? Tyler Show?
Yeah, Tyler Show. He's been looking good.
And they have to try it out because they got to see it through because this is not a quarterback deep draft. They got to see it through with this kid.
I worry, at least with them, they wasted too much time on Spencer Rattler and didn't give this kid enough games to decide whether or not they needed to draft a quarterback.
You're probably right about that. Yeah, I'm taking New Orleans in the upset. I am. I am not trusting the Carolina Panthers to do this. All right. We got Titans at Niners. The Niners are 13-point favorites. The over-under, Zach, is 44.5.
Oh, I love the Niners here. All right. To me, this screams letdown after a big win against a crap team. And I mean that with Tennessee. So give me the 49ers. They need this win.
They do win the game, but I like Tennessee the points here for some reason. They've been playing better football, but I mean, by their standards, of course. I'm talking about. They were in the game against Seattle some couple weeks ago. They beat Cleveland this week. I think there's a lot of points here. I can see a backdoor cover here. There's no doubt San Fran wins this game, but I'm going to take Tennessee's points here. 13 points, a lot of points. I mean, even tease it. So give me Titans here on the points. All right, Colts at Seahawks. The Seahawks are 13.5-point favorites. The over/under, Zach, is 42.5. Ooh.
Oh man, what a perfect timing for the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
A quarterback no one's ever heard of, who's a rookie. Jonathan Taylor's starting to struggle. The offensive line is struggling. Yeah, give me the Seahawks to cover.
I got them to cover too. Also, Indy is fucked, dude. They are royally fucked. I mean, they're right now in the playoffs are today. They're not in. Dalen Jones, who was already hurt as it was, then hurts his Achilles in the Jags game. Now they're bringing in Philip Rivers now on top of that now. Ooh, I feel bad. I really do. And they're fading the wrong time. I'm looking at their schedule here because I think the schedule is tough. Falls on top of that. The remaining schedule,
yeah.
the remaining schedule is tough, bro. Look at this. Here's the remaining schedule. The Seahawks this week, then San Francisco, then the Jaguars, and then the Texans. God bless you. They may not win another game of the year.
So on a
Am I joking?
sidebar, I got a sidebar
Go
for you
ahead.
real quick. Who got
ahead.
screwed more this past weekend? Daniel Jones or the Colts? The Colts traded away 2 first-round draft picks, 2026, 2027, for Sauce Gardner because they thought they had a quarterback. Daniel Jones was playing so good he thought he had a massive deal coming. Who would you say got screwed more?
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Because he's a free agent next year. He's not. It's not a. Well, he's on a lame duck year for extension. No, he's a free agent next year. Okay, and the way he was playing, he was getting at least 30 to 40. He was at least getting Sam Darnold money.
Yeah, he's probably getting $40 million a year again,
Yeah.
from like he did from the Giants.
Yeah,
And now that great deal.
yeah. But at least he would have earned it this time
Yeah.
in comparison to 3 years ago with New York.
So we're saying Mac Jones to the Colts on a big deal, 1-year deal now.
Oh, yeah, that's a possibility. Mac Jones is going to be probably the most sought after, and especially with, we just mentioned it, a draft that's not quarterback heavy at all.
Yeah, there's 2 quarterbacks predicted to go in the first round now. So
who would you say, just top of your head right now? Who would you say right now, top of your head? Give me 2 or 3 guys are going to be the most sought after quarterbacks on the move this offseason. So Mac Jones is one, obviously.
yeah, we're not counting draft picks, right?
No, the kind guys who can hit the market, backups at the market.
I would say Mac Jones 1, Mariota 2, and probably number 3, Jameis Winston.
Yeah, James is going to make it a lot of money.
He's going to probably get a shot to start again.
Jameis and or Russell Wilson, either one of those guys.
Nah, I would put Anthony Richardson before I would say Russell Wilson. Because I think some teams...
Are you serious?
Yes, because I would say some team's going to think, hey, he's still young enough. We could probably build an offense around him versus trying to fit him into an offensive system.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I do think Jameis is going to be one of those guys, definitely. The backup quarterback class is going to be very, very big this offseason.
Actually, I completely forgot about a guy. I would like to correct my number 3, Kyle Murray. Kyle Murray. I truly believe he is getting traded.
Oh, yeah. Here's a problem. That contract. Can they cut him outright and eat the money?
Well, if they cut him and eat the money, it's a small dead cap, but they're not getting anything in return. So the question is, how much cap money do you want to eat in order to pick up draft picks?
Right.
So
what about Jacoby Brissett? You think they'll keep him in Arizona?
No.
They'll let him walk off. Well, then he's another one too. Also, he's another one.
No, he's not. He hasn't won. He didn't win games.
I know. It's going to be a very interesting quarterback market.
The last time he won 2 games in a season, I think, was with the New England Patriots 10 fucking years ago.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we got Seattle this one. So, all right. 2 more games here. Sunday football. We got Vikings at Cowboys. The Cowboys are 6-point favorites. The over-under is 47.5.
Giving the Cowboys.
Same. Yeah, you had a good McCarthy game last week, but what's the pattern? For every one good McCarthy game, you get 2 or 3 bad ones.
Well, it was going 1-1 up until a couple of weeks ago, so yeah. I just expect this to be a bad game. I think he just had a great game because he was playing against Washington.
All I know is my bet is still alive. That's all I know. Like
Barely
9 wins.
hanging on by a thread.
Well, here's their schedule though. They have Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, and Giants closing out.
Jesus, you're getting your 9 wins.
There you go.
You
Pay me,
are getting
Mario,
your
pay
9
me.
wins.
All right, finally, Monday Night Football. They got Dolphins at Steelers. The Steelers are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under is 41.5.
I don't know. It's because I work in the Florida sunshine and it bakes my brain. But you know what? I'm gonna roll with the Dolphins.
Really? Why?
That was the first good Aaron Rodgers game I had seen in 2 months.
And the last one.
I don't really believe he has another good one coming.
I can see that. I just don't trust Miami, and I don't trust Tua. But they're on a roll right now, buddy. They're on a roll. Best bet for me is the over, though. Taking the over this one. That number's low enough. You got two defenses that aren't really all that good anyway. Steelers down first place in the North. With a win against the Ravens. I'm looking at the schedule for the Steelers going forward, though. So the Steelers schedule to close the year. Miami, of course, this week. At Lions, at Browns, and then Ravens at home. That's not easy because that Lions game will be tough. Browns on the road is always going to be issues. And then the Ravens game, of course, might be maybe for the division.
Well, either that or just to ruin the Steelers season and let the Bengals come in and swoop in. Because Bengals win this week, Steelers lose this week.
Bengals
2 games left.
Bengals are fucked. Bengals fucked themselves against Buffalo. They have to run the table and then some to even have a chance. And I don't know if that. First of all, I think they lose this weekend to Baltimore. So
No chance they lose this weekend to Baltimore.
We'll see. I have Baltimore yet Cincinnati not fixed, so we'll see.
This might be Cincinnati's going to have their best defensive game of the year.
Well, shit. We'll see, man. Lamar, something's up with Lamar. I know that for a fact. So,
yeah.
All right. Before we get out of here, let's look at the official playoff 12 in college football. Of course, there's always controversy with that. And away we go. There it is right there. The playoff 12 for this year's playoff will start in 2 weeks. Of course, the bye weeks will go to Indiana, big win against Ohio State. You got the 2 seed, Ohio State, 3 seed, Georgia, 4 seed, Texas Tech. And then everything comes out here. Your first round matchups, you got Bama against Oklahoma. You got James Madison against Oregon, Miami against Texas A&M, and then, of course, Tulane against Ole Miss. Let me ask you a question, Zach. Keep it simple and sweet. Is this the correct 12?
No.
Okay. Who should have been in here? And who should not be in here?
First off, the James Madison Tulane. I get what we're doing, but this isn't college basketball. Get both those teams out.
Right.
But if we're going to have to lead those 2 teams in, Alabama has the most embarrassing loss of any team on the board.
Right.
All right. They got blown out by Florida State.
Yep.
Can we remind everybody of what Florida State's record is? 5 fucking wins.
Yep.
So that is embarrassing. And they get a matchup against a team that already beat them in Oklahoma. Notre Dame shouldn't be crying about Miami. They should be crying about Alabama getting in with 3 losses or 2 teams that have 0 chance of winning and James Madison and Tulane. They shouldn't utter a single word about ACC ADs because they don't want to play in a conference because they are greedy motherfuckers.
So my only gripe with Notre Dame fans right now has nothing to do with they should be they're one of the top 12 best teams in college football. No doubt about that. But my problem with Notre Dame fans is that their gripe is towards Miami. Wrong school, buddy. It's Alabama. Miami beat you guys.
And Miami was dominating them for 3 quarters.
Right.
Understand that Notre Dame came back in the fourth.
And I can't stand the whole like, oh, well, it was early in the year, week 1, week 2. Okay, was it a preseason game or was it a regular season game? Does it count? Either it counts or doesn't count.
Yeah, because first off, early in the season, Florida State and Miami, when they were dominating, we played week 1, and that could cost us our season. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
Although I will say, I am not mad at them doing what they did as a result. Is it petty? Yes. But I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not going to sit there and cape for the NCAA either and let them get off Scott Road either. Easy. Because they got this wrong. But with Notre Dame, without question.
Well, I believe every bowl game outside of the college playoffs should now be a freshman sophomore tryout. You should just be playing your freshmen and sophomores.
I agree.
But one last statement. Notre Dame beat one good team, USC. That's it. Beating USC should not give you a right to a ticket to a tournament for a chance at a national title. I'm sorry. This is not Pete Carroll's 2000 USC.
Right. Like I said, I think the grab is wrong at the wrong school. Your grab should be at Alabama, not at Miami. And you can't sit there and say, well, we have 2 better losses. Well, you can't use that argument when you're one of those same better losses or against Miami.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Having said that, though, it should be a fun playoff. A&M, Miami, easily the best matchup of the first round. Easily.
I agree.
But looking at this entire bracket, though, because you potentially get Ohio State, A&M second round. You potentially get Ole Miss, Georgia second round. You potentially get Oregon Tech second round. You get Indiana and I'll pick Bama and pick Oklahoma because I don't trust Oklahoma. The right side of the bracket is actually the toughest part. Indiana might have the. Indiana could be. You know what? Indiana could be Alabama. They really could.
Yeah.
I think they could.
And see, on the other way, I think the best possible second round matchup could be UM versus Ohio State. Could you imagine all the talk about that as a matchup and the replays from when Ohio State stole a championship from Miami?
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh, yeah. Who are you rooting for to win this whole thing?
Indiana.
Kind of am also too. Them or
Oregon.
What about Ole Miss, though? This because of fucking pissed off Lane Kiffin.
No, because Lane Kiffin was trying to coach that team.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously you root for the underdogs, James Addison or Tulane, but I have no fucking shot.
No, I don't always root for underdogs. Sometimes I root for the biggest storyline, and that would be Indiana winning it all.
Indiana's the best story. I agree with that.
Especially when you think, okay, Game 7 of the NBA Finals, they lose their star player. WNBA, Indiana Fever, lose their star player. NFL season, the Colts lose their star quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
What a way to get finally rewarded for living in Indiana. Your college Hoosiers, who are a basketball school, win the college football playoff.
Yeah.
That's the story.
Yeah. Should be a fun playoff, though. Like I said, I think the right side of the bracket's the most interesting part of it, but we shall see how that plays out. They got it wrong when it comes to obviously, Notre Dame not getting in. Again, I understand the gripe, fans gripe with that. I get it. Whether or not we think it's a good look or whatever. Oops, that was rough.
Oh, we're good.
No, my thing went a little haywire. I don't know why, but anyway, that's for me, I guess, man. Late night pot here, man. Almost midnight.
Yeah.
So
time to do some laundry.
Yeah, me too. Good luck. Job about you, Zach. We'll talk soon.
All right, man. Good luck.
You got it, brother. Take it easy.
Later.
Later.